Hello, my name is Neji Forbes and I'll be presenting my presentation. 21st Century Digital Story. Let's go to our next slide here. Overview. Technology has become a big part of how we learn and communicate. Using the right tools, teachers can make learning more personalized and collaborative for students. Let's go to our next slide here. My personal goals as a future teacher who uses technology. My personal goals as a teacher who uses technology is ensuring my students learn in a creative and collaborative way. Also, using technology so my students can learn at their own levels and paces. Let's go to our next slide. How would I use technology as a future teacher or educator? As a future teacher, I would use technology to make my students use more collaborative tools for teamwork, and I would have my students create multimedia projects to show their understanding of the topic. Also, I would use adaptive learning platforms like iReady or Khan Academy. Let's go to our next slide here. What are two or three specific examples of how technology can help students learn for each of the ISTE standards? One example of how technology can help students learn for the ISTE standards is by being an empowered learner and setting learning goals for my students. Another example is by being a digital citizen and practicing safe online communication for students. And lastly, breaking a complex task into augmentative steps with block coding, which is a computatorial thinker. And now to our next slide. ISTE standards that make sense to me. First, we have the empowered learner. An example of this is using an electronic board to reflect on my decisions. Next is the digital citizen. An example of this is teaching students on citations and digital copyright. And last, we have knowledge constructor. An example of this is having students research on current events. And now we go to our last and final slide. This is the end. Thank you for watching.